Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Nayab Jahangir. I am working as Assistant Operations Manager at Qmsci. Today we have Mr. Ali as Marketing Manager who will brief us about Nmpa. Why Nmpa is important for Pakistani manufacturers and exporters. Over to Mr. Ali.
Thank you, Ms. Nia. My name is Ali and I'm Marketing Manager at Qmsci. Today's our topic is Nmpa. What is Nmpa and why it is important for Pakistani medical devices manufacturers and exporters? Nmpa stands for National Medical Products Administration. It was formed in China in 2018. It is a regulatory agency who regulates drugs and medical devices in China. It replaced formerly China Food and Drug Administration, or you can say CFDA. The Nmpa department dealing with medical devices are following: Department of Medical Devices Registration, responsible for pre-market approvals. Department of Medical Devices Supervision, responsible for post-market supervision.
Well, Mr. Ali, can you please tell us why manufacturers select China market to export medical devices?
Dear Ms. Naab, this is very valid and important question for the Pakistani medical devices manufacturers, that why China is important country for Pakistani manufacturers. Pakistan enjoys very close relationship with China. China is our neighborhood country. From 1951 to till date, we have very healthy and strong relationship with our neighbor. Because of CPEC, it changed the whole scenario. China is one of the best opportunity for Pakistani medical devices manufacturers to invest. The long-standing ties between two countries have been mutually beneficial for both countries. China is one of the biggest opportunity for Pakistani medical devices manufacturers. If any manufacturer want to place their devices legally in China, so they have to achieve an Nmpa certificate.
Well, yes, you are right, Mr. Ali. Pakistan has strong relationship with China, but why you are focused again and again on China market rather other market like Europe and USA?
That's a very good question. Dear medical devices manufacturers and exporters, the Chinese market is one of the growing market for medical devices manufacturers and exporters to develop and invest. According to the KPMG report, by 2030, China is expected to have more than 25% share of global medical devices with the amount of $200 billion. Yes, this is a very valid and important question, that Europe is one of the biggest opportunities for Pakistani medical devices manufacturers. But due to MDR, this changed the whole scenario. MDR is very expensive for medium and small range medical devices manufacturers and exporters in Pakistan. It also takes very long time to complete these projects.
Well, Mr. Ali, can you please tell us our top importers and exporters of medical devices?
Okay, dear medical devices manufacturers and exporters, this table shows about the top importer and exporters of medical devices instruments in global market. China is the fourth largest importer of medical devices in global market with the amount of $9.18 billion. According to the 2019 trend report, KPMG report. China is one of the fifth largest exporter of medical devices. It means China is the biggest country to growth in medical devices export and import. And for Pakistani medical devices manufacturers, this is a very big and best opportunity to invest and go for Chinese market. Dear medical devices manufacturers and exporters of Pakistan, this graph shows the size of the medical devices market in China from 2001 to 2019. This shows the rapid growth in China for medical devices manufacturers and exporters. China is the best opportunity for Pakistani medical devices manufacturers because according to the KPMG report, China is one of the biggest opportunities for medical devices manufacturers.
Can you please guide us classification of Nmpa?
Dear medical devices manufacturers, there are three classes of medical instruments regarding Nmpa certification. Class 1. For Class 1, you need to take an Nmpa certification or achieve an Nmpa registration. For Class 2, registration and product testing are required. For Class 3, registration, product testing and clinical trials are mandatory.
Mr. Ali, can you please tell us about registration time for Class 1 devices?
For initial registration of Nmp certificate for class 1, it takes 8 to 10 weeks, means 2 months. The renewal is subject to Chinese rule. If Chinese regulatory agency in future change the laws and rules, then as a non-China manufacturer, it's our responsibility to follow that rules. If any manufacturer want to change his address, office or agent in China, then it takes 2.5 months. Or if he want to change his manufacturing site address or the model list, then it also takes 2.5 months.
What documents for Nmpa registration are required for manufacturer?
This is one of the most important part of this presentation and awareness message. What kind of documents should client provide to Qmsc team for Nmpa registration? First of all, client need to provide us ISO 13485 certificate. Then he will provide us free sale certificate, all model list, certificate of chamber, raw material and nominal dimensions for all models, instructions for use, risk management report, product code in Excel sheet, and product labels should be in English. And the last and the main part of this slide, that is Chinese authorized representative. If you want to achieve Nmp certificate for Chinese market, then you have to appoint Chinese authorized representative, or you have an address of Chinese authorized representative in China. It is mandatory and necessary for Pakistani medical devices manufacturers and exporters to have Chinese authorized representative address in China. If any manufacturer does not have Chinese representative or Chinese representative address in China, then it will simply take Qmsc services and he will pay fee per group per year. If Chinese address or Chinese representative address already he have, then he will simply apply for Nmp registration through Qmsc.
Well, Mr. Ali, everything is okay. Can you please guide us, our manufacturers, how to apply for Nmpa process?
Dear medical devices manufacturers, these points shows how to apply for Nmpa certificate. First, client need to fill Nmpa application form. Then send us list of instruments. Then our Qmsc team will review the list of instruments or the group of instruments. Client pay the registration fee and the remaining documents. After that, they're translating all the documents and establishing the technical requirements. After technical requirements, our team preparing all signed and notarized documents. After that, our team translating all the documents into Chinese language. If this procedure will fail, then it takes 1 week to 1 month again for resubmission of Nmpa documents in Nmpa agency. Then if you will pass as a non-China manufacturer, then you will just pay the remaining fee and our team will email you the electronic copy of Nmpa certificate. Dear medical devices manufacturers, this is a sample certificate of Nmpa. Those clients who want to place their devices legally and safely in China, Nmpa certificate is mandatory.
Why it is so simple? How we verify the certificate?
Dear medical devices manufacturers and exporters, as per China Nmp policy, they issue very simple certificate. These are the several links from which manufacturer can verify his certificate.
Mr. Ali, everything is well and good, but question is, why manufacturers select Qmsci?
This is very important questions for the medical devices manufacturers. Qmsc provide different services to the medical devices manufacturers in different regions. We have very strong and good relationship with different regulatory authorities in the world. TGA in Australia, Nmp in China, FDA in USA, and European competent authorities in Europe. Qmsc create good relationship with manufacturer, Nmpa, and the testing centers. Our team preparing and supervising the implementation of technical files. Our team shall lead to the successful completion of certification from Nmpa. Then, once Qmsc register you as a non-China manufacturer in China and you achieve Nmp certificate, then you can safely and legally place your devices in China without any hurdle. We help our valuable clients because Qmsc create good relationship with Pakistani medical devices manufacturers and exporters. We provide quality services to the medical devices manufacturers. Those clients who already take Nmpa certification services from Qmsci, they run their businesses in China successfully. They place their devices without any hurdle and consequences. And the success ratio is 100%. As a Pakistani, it's our duty and responsibility to spread this awareness message for the betterment of Pakistani medical devices manufacturers and exporters, because small and medium range manufacturers of medical devices face different hurdles and consequences due to MDR. As I told you before, MDR is very expensive. It takes a lot of time. For betterment of Pakistani medical devices manufacturers, China is best and the alternate market to go for China, to invest in China, and to place their devices without any hurdle and consequences. And Nmpa certification is mandatory. And the details are given on screen. You can contact us through telephone, through email, and you will also visit our office, and the address are given on screen. Dear medical devices manufacturers and exporters, I hope this awareness video will further guide you in a better way, because China is one of the most important and most growing nation for medical devices manufacturers. As I told you, this is the awareness message. It's my humble request, kindly spread this message for the betterment of medical devices manufacturers and exporters in Pakistan. Thank you.